What's up guys, Adam here and welcome back to another video. Road to Glory part 10. We're entering the FUT Champions. Obviously we qualified in the last episode and this is the gameplay from FUT Champions. So I've kind of split it up into two videos. There's going to be a lot of gameplay in the next two videos. This is be the first 20 games and the second video will be the next 20. Although I did forget to record a couple of games in the second part, so apologies for that. But you'll see us progress here throughout FUT Champions. And there's a couple of things I just wanted to talk about, a couple of pointers. And I think they're really relevant this year and finding ways to combat. And we'll work together, hopefully, and find a way to combat these issues. But one of the biggest issues I find is when you get a little bit frustrated, something doesn't go your way, and you end up conceding a cheese goal and you end up losing the game. It really puts you on tilt. So what I would really suggest doing is maybe stepping away from the game, chill out, have a smoke, whatever it is, have a sandwich, go chill out, listen to some trance music, whatever it is that makes you chill out. Go away, chill out, come back and start again, because once you're on edge, you're just not in the right frame to be playing FUT Champions because it's so competitive. You start pulling out your defenders and creating opportunities for your opponent to score, and you go sliding in, you get sent off. But that's what it is. But you see there, we pick up a nice win in our first game, picking up a 5-0 win. So yeah, I would really applaud you not to get frustrated, and kind of what's part of not getting frustrated, I think is kind of fun leaving, rage quitting, whatever you want to call it. When you're 2-0 down and your opponent's clearly better than you in the 20th minute, rather than trying to get frustrated and try and get back into the game when you've pretty much got no hope, is just to quit out the game. You've got to get through 40 games over a weekend. This might save you a couple of games going forward that you end up getting wins from and actually put you in the next tier and actually getting better prize money. But what it'll effectively do as well is stop you getting so frustrated, and you may have win a couple of extra games that you wouldn't have won because you're in a better mindset to play FUT Champions. So I think that's a real key point that I'd like to get across to you, and something I feel that I've been doing. You'll see out through this video that I do. But there's no sort of remedy as cure as such, but you just got to use a bit of common sense. So we pick up another win there, so we're 2 for 2 for champions so far, which is nice. I always find the first couple of games are quite easy, which again, like I say, is nice. Teams kind of performing pretty good for us. Get super lucky there to get a goal, and you'll see a lot of lucky goals and a lot of good goals and some cheese goals like that one where people are holding off my defence and they just shouldn't do it. But there you go. That's what FIFA's all about. So yeah, that's one of the main kind of topics I wanted to bring up. And the second one, which I'll speak about now, is, I don't know whether you'll see it in this video or it's the next one, is the amount of opponents I come up against where basically they're just going part the bus straight away, and I find it really difficult to then break down. So you're completely dominating an opponent, but you get through and then someone's just there to take the ball away from you at the last second before you get a shot away, as you see me kind of leave there from the game. Like I was saying earlier, just there's no point. I wasn't ever going to win that game. Let's back out and continue on. But yeah, the ways we've got to find ways where we can deal with this, because for me, it cost me so many games, and they're the ones that put me on edge. If someone's clearly better than me, that's fine. But when someone's playing part the bus and they score, they have one shot on goal and it goes in, and you've had like 14 opportunities to score, but you just couldn't get it in the back of net. And what a lovely goal that was by Strootman. It's so frustrating. So we need to find a way to break down. And one of the games, again, I don't know whether it's one I missed recording, but the guy went part the bus, and I was lucky enough to get a goal, and then I went part the bus, and then just played it around my back four, and basically what that caused him to do is get frustrated himself, and he stepped up, and then basically we went attacking. And picked up quite a few goals from then onwards, but not everyone's gonna fall into that trap. Unfortunately, and I don't want to play part the bus because it's such a boring way to play FIFA. FIFA's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be boring. And people that like playing like that, well, hats off to you, my friends. But we've got to find ways where we can combat this, and I don't know what it's going to be going forwards. And like I said, we're going to have to work this out. So if you've got any decent advice for me, please feel free. And I'm more than happy to have it a go and let you know what the results were of that. And we just got to find a way to combat those two things, because I think they're the ones that stop us from hitting gold. And what a lovely goal that was. From hitting sort of the gold brackets, and they could potentially put us up into the elite where you're talking mega prizes. I was very briefly on PlayStation last weekend, not the weekend just gone, but the weekend before. I was top 100 at one point. I think I went 12 wins out of 13 games, which was just incredible. But that soon went downhill, and I just didn't have enough time to play the games. But I learnt my lessons from playing for Champions on my main account on the PlayStation and tried to take them to this account. And one of the biggest things is coming up against some decent teams. And we really need to look at improving our teams where possible. And I think I built these teams for FUT Champions, and having that little bit of strength up front, and what a goal that was, is really kind of working out well for us, because when you get in those one-on-one opportunities where you're coming up against someone who does play part of the bus, and that last guy's coming around to intercept your attacker, that little bit of strength is sometimes just holding them off enough to get that shot away and score the goal. It's, I think we've built the teams well enough, but what we need to do is just improve key positions. Our midfield, I think you really need a lot of pace in this year. A lot of people say it doesn't really affect them, but I really struggled getting back with my midfield because I don't like bringing my defence out because it causes gaps. So I really struggle with that. So what I really want to do is get some pacey midfielders in who can then track back, get in and win the ball. So when I was coming up against players like Kante, for example, and Sanchez was the other one, because they're quite pacey and they've got a lot of strength. They're just coming back and stealing the ball, and off they went on the counter. It was really frustrating. So that's definitely something we're going to look to have. And you see this guy's got Martial on the left side, and it's definitely the other person we're looking to invest in, because he's got like 79 physical or something ridiculous, really fast, good shooting, good passing, 4-star. So it's definitely someone we want to invest in. But we're going to have to build up some coins before we do that, and hopefully we finish well and place in to some basically high enough up to get some decent prizes to improve our team. As you see, guys, this game did go to penalties, and really frustrating penalties. Like when you haven't got that cursor, they're really hard to take because it's so sensitive in certain points. I really struggle with it, but a lot of people go like our left, the goalkeeper's right this year. I just need to put that into practice. So we end up losing on penalties there, really frustrating. And again, not the greatest of starts, really. Was it 3 wins from 5 games? Really want to be sort of 4 wins from that, ideally. But, we're improving. We're still learning the game, and we're coming up against decent opponents. So, Fekir getting the goal there for us, and what a player he's turning out to be. And I've used him in FUT drafts and come up against really good teams. And with his pace, with a hunter card and his strength, his shooting, his dribbling is just incredible. So he's definitely going to be a player we keep hold of. And also someone else I use, which I really want to mention, is definitely someone we're going to buy as soon as we can afford him. And I may look at changing out Ben Arthur so we could potentially because Ben Arthur was going for about 50k, so we might be able to snap him up. But Lacazette, I used him in FUT draft, and oh my God, his card is unbelievable. He plays so well. He's got perfect pace, perfect shot on him. You put a hunter card on, those two things become incredible, up into the 90s for stats. Coupled with his great strength, his 4-star, I believe, and he actually gets up really well for headers. Bear in mind his height. Just very quickly mention here, there's another game I was just not going to win, guys. So I backed out. I don't want to waste my time and find out we didn't play all the games. So let's just get out, move on, and play the next game. So yeah, Lacazette is definitely someone I'm going to be looking to get into our team as soon as possible. Absolutely fantastic. I know his price will dramatically increase, so we're bound to lose coins on him. But through the games we win, I think he can really improve our team going forward. Another key mention is substitutes this year. They make such a big difference. And I bought Aubameyang on for the first couple of games that we weren't winning. You probably saw from the videos he scored a couple of goals for us. Because someone like that has got so much pace and strength, when you bring them on in the sort of 60th minute and the defenders are tired, they just don't have the stamina to keep up. So try and invest in a cheap beast like that. Obviously, Aubameyang goes for like 300k plus. Is going to be quite expensive, but I think investing in someone like that we can bring in off the bench and make a difference to games is going to be really worthwhile. So we're going to keep an eye out for a cheap beast. So if you do have any recommendations, let me know. I'd really like to get that. Someone like Inform Bolo, and I know he's just crazy money for finding someone cheap, but someone like that who's got really good strength, good pace, and a half decent shot on him, because the shooting doesn't matter too much because the pace and the strength will get him into those easy scoring positions. So yeah, that's kind of where we're looking to go with the team, and this guy rage quit. So what I implore you to do, he was 2-0 down in the 60th minute. He wasn't going to get back in the game. I was clearly the better player, and he done the complete right thing. Back out the game. All right, you lose a few coins, but what potentially you're going to do is gain those coins going forwards, because you're not going to be edgy and frustrated with the game, and you're going to be able to get more games in. So I would applaud everyone to do that. When I think one of the first games, I win 5-0. That guy was never going to win that game. So why are you hanging around for? This is FUT Champions. You've got to be in it to win it. You've got to be putting wins on the board. So if you're not doing that, then get out and find someone you can do that against. I would suggest that to everyone. It will save everyone time going forwards and allow better rewards for everyone, which is always a good thing. This game is a bit frustrating. You saw a bit of a cheese goal there. Gets lucky, gets in behind there and pulls it back. But yeah, we kind of press on and we just do our best, really. And the games are so 50-50. And I don't know what it was. I felt with these teams that we'd end up doing better than what we did do. Playing on my main account, my teams weren't much better than this. And we done similar with a lot less games. So the other thing to mention as well, which is a really key point, is all the pros play on Xbox. Not many, if any, pros play on PlayStation. So you get better players on Xbox. So it's going to be tougher to kind of progress, I think, on Xbox. So that's kind of is what it is. I'm not saying that's necessarily true, but all the pros do play on Xbox, so we're going to come up against better players. That's just generally the way it works. So I'm not too sure if I did come up against any pros. I'm more focused on the games and who I'm playing and whether they're a FUT founder or whether their account's just new. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because anyone can beat anyone on their day within reason, unless you're just horrendous at FIFA. So yeah, just concentrating on what a frustrating thing. This is what was happened to me throughout FUT Champions. As you see there, that was just not a penalty. Won the ball, he trips over my legs, goes down, and he scores a penalty. So a game we should have won, not convincingly, because we were only 1-0 up. But a game we end up going 1-1, and then he scores an extra time to make it 2-1. So these are the games that are going to really put you on edge, and the games that really annoy you. But it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. So we're not doing amazingly at the moment, picking up quite a lot of losses, which is unfortunate, especially for a record, as we started so well without losing a game. But, we just got to keep improving and learning from our mistakes. And watching back some of my gameplay, I was quite impressed. There wasn't too many mistakes I actually made. But I've got to learn to defend better. You can see from these goals here, how he's got in behind me there is just ridiculous. I don't know whether it is because I'm pulling my players out or what, but I really need to learn to defend better. But we actually bring on Remy here, and this is what I mean from an impact player, bringing someone on like that, and ended up putting us 2-1 up. But he's got Dybala, does a similar thing. Then Remy gets in behind again, just having that pace and strength when the stamina's low, gets us in and puts us 3-2 up. And I was shushing this guy because he was annoying. He was going part of the bus at times. And I was just trying to get that win and piss him off. Not something I do often, but I was the better player, and the fact that he's even in the game, as you'll probably see for the stats there, I like double the shots on target than he did. So I was clearly the deserved victor there. As we move up into Silver 3, so we got our 8 wins. So Silver's kind of like the minimum where we want to end up, Silver 1, but ideally we want to be somewhere in the amongst the golds, and hopefully towards sort of the midway through to the end of FIFA, we're going to be hitting those elite rewards as we build our team and we understand the game better and we find out what players work for us best and we find a formation. But Fekir there with an absolutely insane goal. He's such a good player. We win that 1-0. Quite a boring game, that one. And as you can see there, completely dominated. Again, playing part of the bus there and passing it round the back isn't going to get you wins, although it does frustrate your opponent. So yeah, much deserved victor there. And so we're starting to rack up some wins now, which is nice. So we're going up the rankings. We're building a nice coin total at the top just from playing the games. We've still got some of our coin boosts, putting those coins up so we can get some new players, and just really excited for the packs and the coin boosts we do get. I think it comes out Thursday, I believe. I may be wrong on that, but we'll do just probably a video on our FUT Champions rewards, and we'll kind of review. And as I said in yesterday's video, guys, there's no going to be FUT Champions for a few weeks as I am rather busy. I could potentially do a little bit this weekend, which I may look at doing, but I don't know. I'm umming and ahhing about doing it because I've done it the last 2 weekends and it does take up so much time. And it'd be just nice to have a chill weekend without having to worry about it. Maybe I'll do one day or get to a certain rank. I'll have a look at the monthlies and just see where we can get to in the monthlies by maybe 10 wins or something like that, and I can just grind out 20 games, get 10 wins, and that may put us in the prize for the monthlies. I don't know. I'd have to look into it and find out what that's all about. And probably maybe we'll look at that when we pick up our FUT Champions rewards, which isn't going to leave us much time to qualify. But if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. It's not the end of the world. Like I said, we still got leagues and divisions to grind through. I think we're in Division 8. No, we won Division 8, so we're in Division 7. We haven't played any games in Division 7 yet. And I think the teams we got now are more than capable of getting us down into Division 5 quite easily. Now, what I'm going to suggest doing going forwards is trying to find a formation that kind of fits. And this formation here that I'm coming up against, a 4-3-3-4, is something that I've really enjoyed. And it's been going quite well for me at the beginning of FIFA. But also this formation, I'm yet to find a formation that I'm perfectly happy with. Coming up against 2 strikers at the top, I find difficult to deal with. Tried playing those formations on my other account and struggled to use them. So I just don't know where we want to go formation wise. And I suppose where the FUT Champions rewards and qualify for them and the things we need to qualify will kind of dictate that in the way by the players we got to invest in. A couple of players I'd really want to pick up and get in the team somehow. One is Nainggolan. Lacazette we've already discussed. Martial we've already discussed. Kante we've probably already discussed. And Sanchez would be a nice addition as well. And you can see me here selling Remy because although he's brilliant coming on, actually in game he wasn't doing very well. We picked up this informed Braithwaite and he just had that physical that I wanted from the striker with very similar pace, better dribbling, just better all-round player. So yeah, I wanted to try him out. The only issue is he has high work rate. So what I had to do to counteract that is just to say, stay forward, get in behind, and hopefully he would stay further up the pitch. But as you'll see throughout the video, he kind of was effective. He's linking up a lot of gameplay for us, but he doesn't get in many goal-scoring opportunities. But yeah, we're progressing, and that's what I mean from the strength, guys. Because Intep's got quite good physical. somewhere like Neymar or any sort of weak Insigne, Mertens would probably got pushed off the ball there, but because he's got that bit of strength, he just held off the defender long enough to get a shot. And I think that's what we really need going forward, is to have our attackers with those physical and sort of pace attributes. And you see Braithwaite do getting on the score sheet there in his first game, and it was quite a tough game. Probably didn't deserve to win that, but we did, and that is the main thing. Wins are wins. We lose many that we didn't deserve to lose, so to win some that we don't deserve to win is always nice. So you can see we're 12 wins and 21 games left to play, so 12 wins out of 19, not bad, guys. I would prefer something like 13, 14, but it is what it is. And thankfully, we do go on a bit of a win streak over the last few games. Fakir getting on the score sheet here. I brought Dybala on because we were struggling a little bit towards the ends of the game, and bringing on those because it was 0-0. You can just see like the players are so tired, and we just have the ability. When you bring someone like that, they can just skip round defenders and make life a lot easier. And yeah, Dybala coming on for us, getting a couple of goals. He was a lone Dybala, guys, as you know, throughout we have had lone players that we've used. So Aubameyang's now gone. I think I used up Dybala. Bierhoff is a Legends one that we got through buying the game. And you can see there we finish up with 20 games, 13 wins. So if we marry that up, we should finish quite high up in the rankings. I think it's somewhere around gold 3, something like that. I think I do try and find it here. Just having a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, gold 1 we could finish up if we replicate what we just did there, which will be insane. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, take care. Peace.